Junkies. I hope you are well and you are enjoying. Hopefully this week we'll have a little bit of warmer weather compared to last week. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who is doing online classes and for all the continued support. And we would love to see some photos of you doing some yoga or videos or whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, for today's class you're going to need a strap and 2 blocks, whatever you are using as your blocks. Okay, we can just put that to the side. And then we're going to need something to elevate your hips. So if you have a small foam or even an outside chair cushion, that'll be perfect. And we're going to place it underneath our buttocks to start off with today. Okay, so it's just to elevate the hips a little bit. And then we're going to start in Sukhasana or free pose. So you have one leg in front of the other or one foot in front of the other and your ankles are not crossing. If this feels very uncomfortable for you, then please sit cross-legged. Okay, so just decide which side feels better. Could be the right foot or the left foot, whichever one feels good. So you might just want to slide off a little bit, off your support a tiny bit. And then we're going to place our hands onto the knees, keeping our hands palm down, and the elbows are loose, so you're not holding any tension in the arms. The shoulders are away from the ears, the sternum is lifted. Okay, and then you're going to gently close your eyes and just lower the chin down. And we're going to take a couple of moments here, so we're not starting our Ujjayi breath yet. We're just going to have a couple of moments of inward thought. So you're going to think about what you want to achieve in this class, whether it's just some silence for yourself, feeling into the muscles that, or the areas that might feel a little bit tight. So we're going to work on that as we go along. And remember, you have rolled out your mat for the next hour for yourself. And with that, you can start by exhaling all the stale air in the lungs. And then inhale, pause, exhale. 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 And then inhale to the count of 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, end. We are going to continue breathing at your own pace while I read what we're going to do today. Today we will be focusing on forward folds and becoming grounded. Forward folds stretch the entire backside of the body from head to heels. They soothe the nervous system, tone and stimulate internal organs. Being grounded means to be in a place of calm, feeling a sense of safety and security despite the chaos or challenges around you. In yoga, we hope to create a sense of emotional and physical grounding by combining breath and movement. Yoga begins right where I am, not where I was yesterday or where I long to be. And then keeping your eyes gently closed, you're going to place one hand onto your heart and the other hand just above the belly button. And then we're going to inhale confidence, part the lips and exhale out. Inhale courage, part the lips and exhale fear. Inhale the future, part the lips and exhale the past. Inhale love, part the lips and exhale hate. Inhale positivity and exhale anything negative. And then you can slowly open your eyes, focusing on a spot ahead. Okay, so today we are going to start by staying on our blocks. We're bringing the fingertips beside us on either side of our bodies, and we are lifting that sternum up, shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale as we are reaching up to the ceiling, feeling the sides of the body, stretching, and then you're going to place the left hand down to the side and bringing the right hand over the head and just stretching the neck across. And then reaching up to the ceiling and across to the other side. And then reaching up to the ceiling, we're going to fold forward at the waist, placing your hands down onto the mat ahead of you. You're going to walk the fingertips as far ahead as you can go. Once you are at your maximum, you are going to release tension in the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to walk the hands back up again and you're going to swap feet. So you're going to feel this in the hips here. One side will feel better. Okay, so you're bringing the fingertips alongside you. Inhale, reaching up, feeling the body, the sides of the body stretching. Exhale as we're folding forwards. And you're going to walk the fingertips as far ahead as you can. So one side is going to feel so much better. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can walk the hands back up. And you're going to remove the block away. Okay, so we are going to need that a little bit later. And then you're going to join your feet together. So we're coming into Baddha Konasana. So you want to have the soles of your feet kissing, as I like to say. And we are going to take the fingertips around the toes. So you still want to have a nice straight spine here. Shoulders are away from the ears. And inhale, lifting up that chest. Exhale as you're bringing the elbows into the inner part of your legs or inner knee area. And you are pushing down gently with the elbows as well as bringing the body forward, stretching forwards. And you're coming down as far as you can, so it's a two-way stretch. And then releasing tension in the neck. So wherever is tight in any of the sanas that we do, you're going to breathe into those areas. Baddha sun is amazing for females gynecologically and for males for their prostate gland. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, you can come up, bringing the hands alongside you again. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale as we're folding forward again at the waist and placing your hands down ahead of you. And then you are going to walk the fingertips as far as you can. And then releasing tension in the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can walk the hands back up. Bring the knees together. Okay, so you're going to need your blocks. So we're going to come into a puppy dog stretch. We're going to do it a couple of ways. So you are going to just have the blocks handy. So we just place them to the side. And you're on all fours. You're going to untuck the toes. And then walk the hands forward one space. And then sending the tailbone back. And bringing the chest down. Okay, so this is the first version of our puppy dog stretch. So at this point, you're going to be working flat into the hands. And bringing the chest down. You are not bringing the chest down onto the floor just yet. And you are working into the hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, walking the hands back up, tucking in the toes. And then we're going back into that. Walking the hands forwards and bringing the chest down. So you're actively working into the hands and actively working into your arms and shoulders. So you're not just dropping straight down unless you have got a very flexible spine. You're going to be working into the hands. Inhale. And at the same time, you're pushing the tailbone back, getting a nice stretch into the toes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, walking the hands up. And this time you're going to place your hands onto the blocks. Okay, and then you're going to bring the sternum down. Okay, so it depends on your spine flexibility. If you feel like this is too much, then you are going to repeat one of the two we've just done. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can come up. Okay, so that works well into our shoulders here as well. Okay, so now we're going to come into the base of our headstand or the dolphin. If you suffer from high blood pressure that is not under control, you are going to leave this one out. If you have got detached retina or any eye pressure problems, you will leave this one out as well. Rather lie with your legs up the wall. Okay, for everybody else who would like to give it a go, you are coming onto all fours and then placing the forearms down onto the mat, grabbing hold of your triceps. This is the distance that you are going to keep, okay? And then bringing palm to palm, interlacing the fingers, tucking in the baby finger. You can have a look at our YouTube channel. You'll see the base of the headstand. There's a lovely tutorial on there for you to practice. And we're going to bring the thumbs back, working into the thumbs. And then you're going to place the apex, not the apex, you're going to place the forehead or the crown, not the forehead, into the apex of the triangle you've created. Alright. And then digging in the toes, bringing the tailbone up and walking the feet as close to your head as you can. Eventually, your hips will go beyond. Okay, and then we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths, and when you've had enough, you can come down into child's pose for a few breaths. So try and stay in the dolphin for a couple of seconds, and then each week, each day, try and see if you can make it a little bit longer, staying upside down. You're still getting all the benefits of being upside down in the dolphin or the base of the head balance. So you are getting fresh blood to the brain, and it helps with insomnia, it's invigorating, it's got so many benefits, as well as, of course, a natural facelift, which we all love. So try and do that every day. And then when we are back in the studio, we will be going on to the headstand stool, and hopefully I will be taking some of you up into the full Sirsasana, because all your bases will be beautiful. Okay. And when you've spent a couple of breaths in child's pose, then we're going to come onto all fours. And you're going to walk the hands one space ahead, digging in the toes, and coming into a down dog. So as this might be your first down dog for the day, your hamstrings might feel a little bit tight, so you can pedal the feet. Bringing some movement into the backs of the legs. And you want to send the chest through towards the back, towards the feet, bringing the tailbone up, revolving in the shoulders, and you should have even weight distribution on your hands, on the palms of your hands. And nod your head yes, and no, and yes, and no. When you look through your feet, you shouldn't be able to see your ankles. And I want everybody to come onto their toes, bending the knees, and then pushing the chest through. So you're closing the gap between the thighs and the tummy. And then keeping the chest where it is, you're going to bring the heels down slowly. And then you can walk the hands towards the feet. We're going to come into ragdoll, so big toes in, heels out. You can micro bend the knees here. Grabbing hold of your arms. Really letting all that tension melt away from the shoulders, the upper back, the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can release the hands, straighten out the feet, bending the knees, and slowly coming to a standing position, vertebra by vertebra, with the head the last thing to pop up. That's to prevent you from being dizzy. Okay, cool. So we're going to start with Sirsasana. So that is salute to the sun. It's very energizing and invigorating to the body. If you need your blocks, you're going to have the blocks ahead of you, and you are at the front of your mat. Okay. And remember, the feet are together. You're going to feel the energy draw up the shins, up the kneecaps, up the thighs, tucking the tailbone under. The sternum is lifted, and you're working into the fingertips. You are now in Tadasana, or mountain pose. And we're just going to do a couple of rounds of breaths here without lifting the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then we are going to come onto the toes, checking the balance for today. Oh, my balance is not that great, so let's try again. And replace. And then starting at the baby toe and ending at the big toe, bringing the toes down one at a time. And we're going to do that again. Awesome. Okay, hands into Namaste. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're folding forwards, placing the hands above the knees. Okay, so you want to have a nice straight spine here. Extra stretch looking forwards as you're placing your hands down onto the blocks. Coming onto the fingertips as you're looking forwards, extra stretch, And then you're going to walk the hands with the blocks alongside the ankles. You can micro bend the knees here as you are tucking in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, and you are going to take the right foot back and stepping down or lowering down onto the knee of the right foot, untucking the toes. And we're going to come into a low lunge here. So we are going to stay with our blocks so you can move them onto the highest level. And I really want you to lunge into the front foot. Okay, so you're really lunging into that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, if you feel like you can take it a step further, you're going to bring the hands onto the knee. So we're bringing the chest up, or the torso up, and you really want to be working into that front leg again. Inhale. Exhale. So you're going to feel the stretch in the hip. Inhale, and as you exhale, you can take your hands down on either side, front to meet the back. You can move the blocks out of the way here. Coming into extended child. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're coming up, rolling the spine, rolling the shoulders over the wrists, bending the elbows towards the body as you bring the chest down, and then onto your tummy, and then into baby cobra. So just lifting the hands off the mat. Inhale, and as you exhale, placing the hands down and sliding back into an extended child. Inhale, and as you exhale, coming back onto all fours, stepping the right foot in between the hands. We're not going to stay in a low lunge here. Tucking in the toes of the back foot, back to meet the front. Tucking in Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up over the head and hands into Namaste. Alright, so if you need your blocks, they're going to be ahead of you again. Let's do the same to the other side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale as we're folding forwards, placing the hands above our knees. Extra stretch looking forwards. As you take the fingertips onto the blocks ahead of you or onto the mat, coming onto the tops of the fingers, extra stretch looking forwards as you tuck in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, plant the hands, stepping the left foot back, dropping onto the knee of that leg, untucking the toes, and we are lunging into the leg, into the front leg. Okay. Inhale. Remember, if you've got your blocks, they're alongside you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can lift the torso up if you would like to take it a step further. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, bringing the hands down on either side of the feet, front to meet the back, into an extended child. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're rolling the shoulders over, bringing the elbows towards the body as you're bringing the chest down and onto the tummy. Into baby cobra. And then sliding back into extended child. Inhale, and as you exhale, onto all fours, stepping the left foot in between the hand, tucking in the toes of the back foot, back to meet the front, tucking in Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up over the head, and hands into Namaste. Okay, everybody awake, alert, and alive. Okay, for the next two, you can either repeat what we've just done, otherwise we are going to go into plank and then dropping to knees. Cool. Let me just tuck in. Doesn't matter whether you're filming or you are in your class or practicing yoga, there's always some wardrobe malfunctions. Alright, hands into Namaste. Inhale. So you're reaching up. Exhale as you're folding forwards, placing the hands onto the mat or fingertips ahead of you. Extra stretch looking forwards as you tuck in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, plant the hands, stepping the right foot back. Front to meet the back into plank. Okay, so you have the option here just to go straight to dropping to your knees. Otherwise, you're not going to have the hips sinking down or the tailbone too high. You want to have a nice straight line. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, just drop to the knees, untuck the toes. We're going to come into our cat-cow, so the elbows are going towards the body as you're bringing the shoulders over the wrists. Okay, if you want to practice the shoulder strength, you're going to straighten. And then bend and straighten. We'll just do that another time. Bend and straighten. And then bend. You can bring the chest down and onto the tummy. Into baby cobra. Placing the hands down, digging in the toes as you come into a down dog. So down dogs are relief postures. You learn to love them. Inhale, exhale, inhale. And as you exhale, you can come onto your toes, look towards the front of the mat, creating space as you bring the right foot in between the hands. Otherwise, shuffle the feet forwards and then back to meet the front, tucking in Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up over the head and hands into Namaste. All right, let's do the same to the other side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale as you fold in forwards. Placing the hands onto the mat ahead of you, extra stretch looking forwards, tucking in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, plant the hands, stepping the left foot back. Front to meet the back, into plank. Okay. Hold, 2, 3, 4, knees, chest, and then onto tummy, into baby cobra. Placing the hands down, digging in the toes and coming into a down dog. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, coming onto your toes, look towards the front of the mat as you're stepping the left foot in between the hands or shuffling it forwards, back to meet the front, tucking in Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up over the head and hands into Namaste. All right, fantastic. Okay, we're going to need the blocks to the back of the mat. Okay, cool. And then you're going to be standing in the middle of the mat. Okay, cool. Now that I've adjusted everything, I see I've got a bit of sun ray on me. I hope you can still see me correctly or better. Okay, so we are going to join our hand palms together. Inhale, and as you exhale, you are going to step the feet out to as wide as you feel comfortable. All right, so my block is in the way there. So you want it to be about the inner leg length distance. Okay, and we are going to turn to 90 on the ball of the right foot and the heel of the back foot to 60. Okay, so just check your alignment that the front foot is bisecting the back foot. Bringing the fingertips together and stretching out. Okay, we're going to come into a warrior 2 now. So inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to descend into the right leg, right knee. So you want to work the kneecap to the back. You don't want it to be leaning forwards, otherwise you're going to create a problem in the hip joint. And you are sinking into that front leg. If you feel like you need to go a bit wider, you're going to widen from the back. And the mass of the body is in the center, so we're not surging forwards. We are in the center. If your neck allows it, you're looking over the front hand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to interlace the fingers behind you. Bear down into them, and we're going to fold forwards here, bringing the arms over the head. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to come up. So you've still got that lovely bend in that leg, bringing the arms out as you dip forwards. Okay, so you are going to use the other arm as a lever to open up that chest, seeing if you can grab hold of your thigh. And then you have an option to stay here with the right arm onto the leg. So just make sure you're working into the elbow and the shoulders. You're not just hunching forwards, okay? And then you can take the arm out over the head. Okay, if you want to take it a step further, you are taking the block onto the outside of the ankle and then bringing the arm out over. So what you want to have is a nice straight line from fingertips to heel. You are revolving in the chest. The ear is parallel to the arm and the chin is tucked in, eyes cast down. This is Utthita Parsvakonasana. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale up, you come into Warrior Two and then straighten the leg out. You can just bring the hands down for a moment. So your thighs are going to be speaking to you. So they're just getting stronger. All right, arms out. We're going to come into Utthita Trikonasana. This, as well as Parsva, is of primary importance because it helps our lung capacity. Okay, creating space under the armpits as you are reaching forwards, forwards, forwards. Placing the hand onto the shin and the opposite hand into the waist. Okay, so I'm a little bit wide here, so I'm just going to adjust. You want to have the hand on the shin or above the knee, never on the knee. Okay, and then just checking your alignment. Second toe, thumb and shoulder in a straight line. Revolving that chest open as you bring the arm up. If your neck allows it, you're going to look up to the fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, up you come. And then you can center the legs just for a moment. Cool. Okay. Just going to bring my mat back. The sun is shining in here. Hopefully you can still see me properly. Okay, so we're going to do the same to the other side. We can't go home uneven. Fingertips together. Inhale. And as you exhale, stepping the feet out. Alright. And then you're going to stretch out into the fingertips. Turning from the ball of the left foot to 90 and the heel of the back foot to 60. Checking your alignment. Inhale, and as you exhale, bending into the left leg. Okay, so remember we're not surging forwards. If you do this in front of a mirror, you'll be able to see if you are surging forwards or if your body is in the center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can bring the hands behind you, bearing down into them, opening up the chest as we are folding forwards. Bringing the arms over the head. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, up you come. Back into Warrior Two. And then we're going to dip forwards, placing the elbow onto the knee. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like if you are keeping your hand, the elbow onto the knee. Otherwise, you have got the block on the outside of the ankle and you are stretching out into the fingertips. So you want to have a nice straight line. The chest is nice and open. The ears parallel to your tricep and the chin is tucked in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, coming into Warrior Two for a moment and then straighten that leg out. Okay, creating space underneath the armpit as you are stretching forwards, forwards, forwards. Placing the hand onto the shin or above the knee. The opposite hand is into the waist. Checking the alignment. Second toe, thumb and shoulder in a straight line as you're revolving that chest open and up the arm comes. Inhale. exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, up you come, and then straightening the legs out. Awesome. Okay, so if you need your blocks, you're going to place them ahead of you. Otherwise, you're just going to stand with the feet hip distance apart. Bring the thumbs into the bony part of the spine. Inhale, opening up that chest. Exhale as you're folding forwards. Coming to a horizontal position here. If you have any eye problems, eye pressure problems, you're just going to release your hands down onto the blocks ahead of you. Okay? And then release tension in the neck. That's as far as you're going if you have got any pressure problems in the eyes. Otherwise, you are going to take your fingers around the big toe, pressing down with the thumbs into the big toes, widening at the elbows, chin eventually beyond the knees. This is Padangusthasana. It is one of the relief postures for standing poses, so we do hold this for a little while. And then if you would like to take it a step further, you are going to unhook the fingers and then stamp on the palms of your hands up to your wrists. Okay, this is very good for arthritis. And then release tension in the neck. So because it is a forward fold, it's calming and soothing to the nerves as well as it aids in digestion. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, you can release the hands, bending the knees, walking the hands forwards, coming into a down dog. And then you can come down on wide knees, big toes together, stretching into fingertips as you walk the hands back one on top of the other and placing the forehead onto the hands. And you are using this opportunity to quieten the breath, thanking the body for all it allows you to do in your daily lives. And then stretching forwards onto fingertips. As you walk the hands back, 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 and you come down into a lying down position, you're going to need a block and a strap. Okay, so we're going to start off by coming into Supta Padangusthasana. So you need a strap and you need to create a loop with the strap. Okay, so at this stage, your knees are bent, and you're going to bend into the right leg, placing the loop around the right leg, straightening that leg out. If you have got any issues with your coccyx or your back, you keep the opposite leg up, otherwise you are stretching out into the leg and then working into the toes, working into the feet. On every exhalation, you're going to bring the leg closer to your head. Okay, so you want to have a nice straight leg here. This is very good for stretching our hamstrings, but if your knee is bent, it's not going to do any good. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You're going to go to your maximum, and then you're going to grab the strap in both hands. Inhale, and as you exhale, lifting head and shoulders off the mat as you are going to try and kiss the knee and release. Placing the strap into, both straps into your right hand. The left hand is going to go onto the waist. Don't forget your foot, no floppy feet. And with control, you're going to lower the leg out to the right. I've got the wall here, so I can't do that. So just make sure you're not too close to anything. Inhale, and as you exhale, taking the strap into the opposite hand and bringing the leg over the body. Nice counter stretch. Amazing for releasing any trapped nerves. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale to the center, and then you can release the strap, bringing both legs up and taking the strap into the left leg now, left foot rather. Okay, and stretching it out. Remember, if you have got a back problem, then you're going to keep the opposite leg bent, otherwise you're straightening it out. And on every exhalation, you're going to bring the leg closer to your head. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to your maximum. And then inhale, and as you exhale, lifting head and shoulders off the mat as we are trying to kiss our knee. And then replace. Bringing the strap into the left hand as you lower the leg out to the left. Your leg is still nice and straight, and you're still working into the feet of the foot of the opposite leg. Inhale, and as you exhale, up and over. Nice counter stretch. Inhale, so one side is going to feel tighter than the other. Inhale, and as you exhale to the center, going to hug the knees into the chest for a moment. You're going to let the strap go. And then you're going to take the block and place the block in between the thighs. Okay. And then you're lifting the legs up. So you want to have your feet flat against the ceiling. Your legs are as straight as possible. And you're going to interlace the fingers and create a hammock around your neck. Okay, so the elbows are in line with the shoulders. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're lifting head and shoulders off the mat. You are flattening your back into the mat. Okay, as we are lifting the elbows up. Okay, so you're working into your abdominals here. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going for 20. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. You can release. We're going to do that one more time. So you can make this as difficult as you wish. So you really want to be flattening that spine into the mat, and that will work your abdominals more. All right. Bringing the legs up again. Inhale, and as you exhale, lifting head and shoulders off the mat. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and squeeze the block. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. You can let go. Remove the block. Hug the knees into your chest. And then come into happy baby pose. So you're grabbing the outside of the legs, of the feet. Bringing the knees into the armpits. And you can roll around. Can do whatever feels good. Stretching those legs out. And then hug the knees into the chest, and then you're going to rock and roll on your spine 5 times until you are at a seated position. So you're really going to be rocking and rolling until you are at a seated position. So you're getting the prana, the life force running up and down the spine. Cool. And then when you are at a seated position, you are going to need your straps as well as your foam. Okay, so the foam is optional. If you've got very tight hamstrings, then sit on the foam, and you're going to sit on the foam, and then you're just going to drop the tailbone off. So you're just getting that pelvic tilt. Okay, so if you need that, please grab that, and then you are going to come with your legs out. Okay, so if you're on the foam, you're just tipping forwards. All right, and you are now in Dandasan, so it's L posture. All seated poses start from this, and you want to have the sternum lifted, so the chest is nice and lifted here. Fingertips are alongside you. Okay, so if you need your straps, you're going to place the straps ahead of the feet. We're going to come into Paschimottanasana, so intense stretch to the west of the body. Fingertips to the side, lifting that chest up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale as you're reaching those arms up. Exhale as you're folding forward. So you want to have the abdomen or the tummy touch the thighs first, and then the chest, and then eventually the chin. Okay, so we are folding forwards. You are stretching forwards. If you're lucky enough, you're grabbing hold of the baby toe side of your feet, widening at the elbows and releasing tension in the neck. If you're grabbing hold of your straps, you're going to hold the straps on either side, widen at the elbows, and then the same will apply. You're stretching forwards, tummy first, chest, and then head. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, extra stretch looking forwards as you come up. Okay, awesome. So that will get better. It is a very big pull on the hamstrings, but the more you do it, the longer your hamstrings will be. Okay, you're going to come off your foam now, and we are going to come into Janu Sirsasana, which is head to knee pose. So again, you are in Dandasan, and then bringing the left leg or the left foot, the heel up to the perineum. Okay, and then you're just going to make sure that you have your hips level. So you might need to retract in the right leg. You've got, or right hip rather, you've got your strap ahead of you, fingertips on either side. Remember to work into the baby toe side of the foot. You don't want any floppy feet. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale as you're folding forwards. So we're going towards the feet, bringing the tummy down, and then the chest, and then eventually the chin. So you're going to grab hold of the feet, otherwise, or the foot, otherwise you're grabbing hold of the strap, widening at the elbows, and then bringing the chin down, releasing tension in the neck. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, stretching forwards, extra stretch, and then releasing. Okay, bringing the legs to the center again, and then over to the other side. So you are bringing the heel of the right foot close to the perineum as you can. Don't forget to adjust the hips to make sure that you are level, bringing the fingers out to the side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, reaching up, exhale as you're folding forward at the waist, placing the tummy down first, then the chest, and eventually the chin. If you're grabbing hold of your feet, you're widening at the elbows and then releasing tension in the neck. If you're grabbing hold of your strap, again, widening at the elbows and then bringing the head down, releasing tension in the neck. Inhale, Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, extra stretch, looking forwards, and then up you come. Okay, awesome. You can straighten out the legs again. And you can move the strap out of the way. We're going to come into our final pose, which is a relief posture for forward bends. So with Paschimottanasana, you are getting an intense stretch to the back of the body or the waist of the body. That pose will also help with anybody who suffers from fatigue. So it's something that you should try and do every day if you're struggling with your energy levels. And now what we're going to do is Purvottanasana, which is an intense stretch to the front of the body or the east of the body. So we have 3 variations you can do. You are coming into Dandasana again, so you're working into the baby toe side of the feet. The fingertips are going to face your buttocks, and you are leaning back onto the hands, opening up that chest, and bringing the neck back. That's variation 1. Okay, variation 2 is to come into tabletop, so you're bending the knees. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're lifting the waist up, okay, and dropping the head back. That's tabletop. Okay, if you would like to come into the full asana, you are bringing the hands, the fingertips towards your buttocks, so the hands are always the same, the position of the hands. Okay, so you do not want to go the other way. You will do damage to your wrists. Okay, inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to lift the waist up, and the toes are going to come down onto the mat. Okay, yes, like that, and bringing the head back. Okay, it's very common to get cramps in your toes when you do that asana. Okay, so try to see how you do. I can't wait to adjust you in that with the straps. And when you are ready, you can come down, and you can put warm things on if you need to, and you're going to be lying down on your back. We're going to do a bit of back therapy before we go into Shavasana. Okay, so you are bringing the knees together, arms are alongside you, palms are facing the ceiling. Okay, and you're going to drop the knees over to the right, look to the left, and then swap. And swap. And swap. And then bringing the knees to the center, bringing the knees together and toe heeling the feet out to the outer edges of the mat, dropping the knees over to the right, look to the left. And swap. So you're getting a nice gentle twist in the spine here. And swap. And one last time over to the left. Then bringing the knees to the center. You're going to hug the knees into the chest, giving it a tight squeeze. And then I want you to create circles using the lower back. And then in the opposite direction. And then placing the soles of the feet down. You're going to stretch the legs out one at a time. You want to have the arms alongside you, the palms are facing the ceiling. Your arms are not too close to the body, you want to get a bit of air to the armpits. You're going to gently close your eyes as we're working into the toes and release. Working into the calves and the knees and the thighs and release. Working into your abdominal area and release. Working into the fingertips and the elbows and the shoulders and release. Working into your chest area and release. The tongue is loosely in the mouth. The eyelids are gently closed. And you're going to exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On every exhalation, you are feeling your body melting into the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As you're slowly feeling your body melting into the mat for a few moments of Shavasana. And it's slowly time to come to the here and the now. So you can start by breathing a little bit deeper. Stretching your arms out over your head and having a yawn if you need to. And then you can roll over onto your right and just pause there for a moment. Imagine the impact of being kind, smiling more, seeing the good first. Life is too short to be dragging others down. You get a choice every single day. Choose kindness. This world needs you. And our positive affirmation for today: I am present within myself. I feel grounded, confident, worthy and whole. And then you can come to a seated position. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. I hope you go into the rest of the week feeling happy and stretched in a good way. And hopefully I will see you safely on the mat next week. Namaste.